Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, a coin so unassuming, yet so powerful, it could change your life forever. Now, what if I told you that tucked away in millions of pockets across the United States lies a hidden treasure from 1984? Not just any coin, but the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a rare era coin that collectors are willing to pay enormous sums to own. Could a single penny in your wallet be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth? The answer is yes, and the journey to discovering it starts now. You may be wondering, how can a coin from 1984, something I probably overlook every day, be worth big money? That's exactly the intrigue. You see, this isn't just any Lincoln penny, it's a rare minting error, a silent anomaly that escaped mass production unnoticed. While most pennies proudly display a mint mark indicating where they were struck, this unique 1984 penny lacks it entirely. In the world of coin collectors, that absence transforms a common coin into a highly sought-after treasure, and once collectors know about it, competition becomes fierce. Let's step back for a moment. Picture yourself rifling through your old coin jar, or perhaps that dusty drawer where coins accumulate like forgotten memories. You spot a penny and something seems off. No mint mark. A slight anomaly. A heartbeat quickens. Could this tiny piece of copper be the ticket to a life you've always dreamed of? Millions of Americans have asked themselves this very question. And the truth is, from pocket change to millions, this penny has made ordinary people realize extraordinary possibilities. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you, have you ever thought about how to sell old rare coins? Or wondered how coins from decades ago suddenly become worth a fortune? Many people dismiss coins as trivial, yet hidden within these small discs are opportunities that could surpass the most lucrative investments. The 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a collectible, it's a symbol of financial opportunity, waiting for the discerning eye to recognize its potential. Here's where the story gets fascinating. In the world of numismatics, errors are prized above perfection. The very flaw that might make someone toss a penny aside is what makes collectors pay tens of thousands, or even more. But why this specific penny from 1984? It was a year when the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents, yet a rare batch slipped through with no mint mark. This small deviation created a perfect storm of rarity and demand, and when scarcity meets desirability, value skyrockets. Can you imagine holding a coin that might command maximum dollars at an auction shop? Your excitement should be palpable. This isn't a hypothetical, this is reality for those who recognize the opportunity. I know what you're thinking, okay, but how do I even start selling old and rare coins in the USA? The first step is awareness. Examine every coin you have, especially those dated 1984. Learn to spot anomalies, the missing mint mark, slight misprints or irregularities in shape. It's meticulous work, yes, but the reward? Monumental. And here's a little humor to keep you sharp: don't just check the coins in your pocket, unless you enjoy the mysterious disappearance of small copper discs at your fingertips. The thrill doesn't stop at discovery, it's just the beginning. Once identified, the journey to transforming a forgotten penny into a life-changing asset begins. Imagine walking into an auction, a room buzzing with collectors, each one eager to claim that rare 1984 penny. Heart racing, palms sweating, as the auctioneer calls out bids. Could this moment define your financial destiny? For those who've held such pennies before, the answer is a resounding yes. And for you watching now, the question remains: will your eyes catch the hidden gem before someone else does? Many people ask, how to make money from coins. It's simpler than you think, yet it requires patience and knowledge. Start by understanding market trends. Rare coins, especially those with unique errors, often sell for astronomical amounts, far beyond face value. Some coins from the 1980s have recently fetched astonishing prices, reflecting their scarcity and collector demand. And yes, the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny sits squarely in that category, a penny that could be worth maximum dollars in today's market. Every year, more collectors enter the market, increasing competition and driving prices higher. Now, let's talk about urgency. Opportunities like this don't linger. Each day, coins like this slip into private collections, never to be seen again. Ask yourself, what if you already had one and didn't know its value? Would you let it remain a forgotten relic, or would you take action and claim your share of this rare financial treasure? This is why awareness, knowledge, and timely action are critical. In the world of coin collecting, timing is everything, and hesitation can mean missing out on life-changing wealth, but it's not just about selling, it's about understanding value. What makes this 1984 penny so highly coveted is its rarity combined with condition. Coins in excellent condition, showing minimal wear and tear, are especially prized. They are the crown jewels in a collector's cabinet, and the market responds accordingly. And for those asking, can I sell my coin in an auction shop or online? The answer is yes. Reputable auction houses and certified coin dealers can help authenticate and appraise your coin, ensuring you get the maximum dollar it deserves. Think about the journey of this penny, from the minting presses in 1984 to the pockets, drawers, and coin jars across America, finally landing in the hands of someone who recognizes its true worth. It's a tale of chance, of keen observation, and of seizing opportunities that others overlook. And here's a question for you: are you the person who lets opportunity slip by, or the one who recognizes potential when it's staring right at you? As we close this story, remember this: the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than a coin. It's a testament to possibility, a reminder that even the smallest objects can carry enormous value. It challenges us to look closely, act decisively, and dream boldly. If you happen to discover such a coin among your collection, know this: you're holding a key to extraordinary wealth. The market demand is high, collectors are eager, and history has already proven that these coins sell for maximum dollars, transforming ordinary lives into extraordinary stories of success. So the next time you find a penny on the ground, pick it up. Examine it. Treasure it. Because among the countless coins in circulation, the next life-changing discovery could be resting in your hand. The journey from pocket change to millions begins with awareness, curiosity, and a willingness to act. Ask yourself the questions: how can I sell my old rare coins? Where do I find collectors willing to pay top value? How do I turn this small copper disc into a life-changing asset? The answers are there, waiting for those bold enough to seek them. In the end, the story of the 1984 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a story of opportunity, timing, and vision. It's a reminder that wealth can come from the most unexpected places, and the right eye at the right moment can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Don't let the chance slip by. Look through your coins, educate yourself, and embrace the possibility that your next discovery could be worth maximum dollars, a treasure that changes everything. After all, who knew that a single penny could hold the power to redefine your life? Imagine this for a moment. You reach into your pocket, pull out a handful of ordinary pennies, and among them sits a single coin that could quietly be worth thousands of dollars. Not gold, not silver, not some ancient treasure buried underground, just a humble 1-cent coin. And yet collectors across the United States are searching for it right now. The coin is the 1967 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark, a small copper piece connected to the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and struck during a fascinating era of American coinage by the United States Mint. What if one of these coins is already sitting in your drawer, your jar, or your pocket change today? Pause for a second and ask yourself something honestly. When was the last time you really looked at your pennies? Most people glance at them for less than a second before tossing them aside. But experienced collectors know something powerful: sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories and the biggest price tags. The 1967 penny belongs to the famous Lincoln Cent series. During the mid-1960s, the United States Mint faced an enormous coin shortage. People were hoarding coins, and the government feared collectors were removing valuable pieces from circulation. To reduce speculation, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins. That means every 1967 penny appears to have no mint mark. At first glance, that might make it seem ordinary. But here is where the story becomes exciting: within that year's production are certain rare error coins and high-grade examples that collectors desperately want. These coins weren't supposed to exist in the forms they appear today. Some were struck with die errors. Others show doubling. Some were preserved in nearly perfect condition while millions of others circulated and wore down, and when rarity meets collector demand, something magical happens, the price begins to climb. Now imagine this scenario. A collector opens an auction catalog and sees a pristine 1967 Lincoln penny with a rare striking characteristic. The bidding begins quietly, then suddenly the numbers start rising. $50. $200. $1,000. The room becomes tense. Collectors know that opportunities like this don't appear often. Have you ever wondered how ordinary people suddenly discover coins worth serious money? Could a coin from your pocket change really become part of that story? Think about it. Every year millions of Americans search through jars of pennies hoping to find that one overlooked coin. Some of them do. And when they do, the results can be life-changing. Let's talk about the specific reason collectors pay attention to the 1967 Lincoln penny. Condition and errors are everything. A well-preserved coin with strong details, bright original surfaces, and sharp lettering can command serious attention from collectors. But when an error is involved, the excitement multiplies. For example, certain coins show noticeable doubling in the lettering. Others reveal unusual die cracks, off-center strikes, or striking anomalies that make them unique. These mistakes are fascinating to collectors because they represent moments when the minting process produced something unexpected, and collectors love the unexpected. But here is where urgency comes into play. Most people don't recognize these coins. They spend them without a second thought. They drop them into tip jars. They leave them in parking meters. Meanwhile, knowledgeable collectors are quietly searching and buying. So let me ask you a question that might change the way you look at your coins forever. What if the next penny you pick up is worth far more than 1 cent? What if that coin sitting in your car's cup holder is the exact piece collectors are hunting for? And what if someone else finds it before you do? This is why serious coin enthusiasts inspect every detail carefully. The date. The lettering. The color. The strike quality. Even the smallest difference can dramatically affect value. Now you might be thinking something important right now. How do I sell old rare coins? Where do I even start? How do people actually turn coins into money? These are some of the most common questions collectors ask. How to sell old rare coins in the USA. How to start selling coins safely. How do auctions work? How do you know the real value of a coin before selling it? Can pocket change really become thousands of dollars? The answers begin with knowledge. First, identifying the coin correctly is critical. Confirm the year, examine the condition, and check for errors. High-resolution images and magnification tools help reveal details that the naked eye may miss. Second, authentication matters. Professional grading services evaluate coins and assign a grade based on preservation. A higher grade can dramatically increase a coin's desirability to collectors. Third, selling channels matter. Some coins are sold through specialized coin dealers. Others are offered in major auctions where collectors compete to own rare pieces. Auctions often generate the highest excitement because bidders push the price upward. Imagine standing in an auction room while collectors raise their paddles one after another. The energy rises. The price climbs. Suddenly a coin that once sat unnoticed in someone's jar becomes a prized collectible. That is the moment many coin hunters dream about, and here is a little humorous truth that collectors love to joke about. Somewhere in America right now, a person is using a potentially valuable coin to buy a cup of coffee, while a collector across town would gladly pay hundreds of dollars for it. Crazy, right? But it happens more often than you might think. This brings us to the most powerful idea in coin collecting: opportunity hides in plain sight. The coins people ignore today may become the treasures collectors fight for tomorrow. So when you hear the phrase, "from pocket change to millions," it is not just a catchy slogan. It reflects a real mindset. People who pay attention to small details sometimes discover extraordinary value. The 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark represents exactly that possibility. A simple coin, struck during a turbulent era of American coin production, now quietly circulating in jars and drawers across the country. Some are ordinary. But a few, Are not, and those few are the ones collectors want. So the next time you see a penny dated 1967, pause before you spend it. Look closely. Turn it under the light. Ask yourself a simple question: could this be the coin someone has been searching for? Because in the world of coin collecting, knowledge turns curiosity into opportunity. An opportunity can turn an overlooked coin into real money. That is why collectors keep searching, keep learning, and keep asking questions. How to make money from coins. How to sell old and rare coins in the United States. How to recognize valuable pennies hiding in plain sight. Every one of those questions leads to the same exciting possibility. Imagine this for a moment. You're cleaning out an old drawer, a dusty jar of coins sitting in the corner of your kitchen, the kind of pocket change most people ignore every day. Your fingers move through pennies that look ordinary, worn, almost forgotten. But suddenly one coin catches the light differently. It's a 1968 penny with a small S mint mark beneath the date. At first glance it looks like just another cent. But what if that tiny coin in your hand could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? That possibility is exactly why collectors across the United States are paying very close attention to the 1968 South Lincoln 1-center penny. For many Americans between the ages of 30 and 65, coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore. It's a treasure hunt hiding in plain sight. And the truth might surprise you. Some of the most valuable coins ever discovered didn't come from museums or vaults. They came from pocket change, old piggy banks, or jars sitting on kitchen counters. Now let me ask you something important. When was the last time you actually looked closely at the pennies in your pocket? Not just glanced at them, but truly examined them. Could one of those coins be the key to turning loose change into serious money? The 1968 S. Lincoln penny was minted in San Francisco during a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of coins for everyday circulation. Most of those pennies are still worth exactly 1 cent. But here's where things become exciting. A small number of these coins were struck with rare minting errors. And in the world of coin collecting, an error is not a mistake to ignore. It's a treasure. Think about it like this. If every coin were perfect, collectors wouldn't care. But when something unusual happens during the minting process, a tiny difference can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. And collectors love extraordinary. One of the most fascinating possibilities with the 1968 S penny is the proof coin that escaped into circulation. Proof coins are specially struck with polished dies and mirror-like surfaces, normally made only for collectors. They're never supposed to end up in everyday pocket change. Yet somehow, over the decades, a few did. Imagine the excitement of a collector discovering one of these proof-like coins mixed in with ordinary pennies. It's like finding a diamond in a jar of pebbles, but that's not the only reason this coin has people talking. Some 1968 S pennies show striking errors such as double details, off-center strikes, or unusual die varieties. These tiny details might seem insignificant to the untrained eye. Yet to experienced collectors, they signal rarity. And rarity drives demand. Now here's a question that might change the way you look at every coin from now on. What if the next valuable coin discovery isn't made by a professional collector, but by you? Across the country, stories keep appearing of ordinary people finding rare coins in the most unexpected places. A man sorting through his father's coin jar discovers a rare penny worth thousands. A woman going through a garage sale box finds a coin collectors have been searching for years. Even a teenager paying for coffee once discovered a rare cent in his change. It almost sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But the coin market today is stronger than many people realize. Auction houses, private collectors, and rare coin dealers are constantly searching for high-quality examples of historic pennies. And when a rare error coin appears, competition can become intense. Some top examples of the 1968 S. Lincoln penny with exceptional characteristics have reached auction prices of more than $60,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that originally had a face value of just 1 cent becoming worth more than many cars. Now pause for a second and ask yourself a simple but powerful question. If a single penny can be worth that much, what might be hiding in your home right now? Maybe there's a jar of coins in the closet. Maybe an old collection inherited from a parent or grandparent. Maybe the change sitting in your car's cup holder right now, and here's the humorous truth many collectors laugh about. We spend years stepping over pennies on the sidewalk because they seem worthless. Yet one rare penny could pay for a luxury vacation. That's the irony of coin collecting, but finding a valuable coin is only the beginning of the journey. The next question most people ask is this. How do you actually sell old rare coins in the United States? The answer starts with knowledge. Understanding the condition, rarity, and demand for your coin is critical. Professional grading services can authenticate and grade a coin, giving buyers confidence in its quality. Once a coin is properly evaluated, serious collectors begin to pay attention. Auction houses are often where the biggest prices appear. Competitive bidding between collectors can drive prices far beyond expectations. In some cases, coins sell for multiples of their estimated value because two determined bidders simply refuse to lose, but auctions are only one option. Many collectors also sell coins through reputable coin dealers, online marketplaces, or specialized coin shows. Each path has its own advantages. The key is understanding the true value of what you have, and this brings us to an important moment. What if the coin you're holding right now is more valuable than you think? What if a careful look under magnification reveals a rare detail others might miss? These questions are exactly what fuel the excitement of coin collecting. It's a world where history, rarity, and opportunity intersect in the smallest objects imaginable. The 1968 Lincoln penny represents more than just a coin. It represents possibility. The possibility that wealth can hide in ordinary places. The possibility that knowledge can transform something overlooked into something extraordinary. So the next time you receive change at a store, don't just toss those coins into a drawer. Take a moment. Look at the dates. Look at the mint marks. Ask yourself questions. Imagine reaching into your pocket for loose change, and discovering that a single copper coin could quietly be worth thousands of dollars. Not a lottery ticket. Not a risky investment. Just a humble penny that may have been hiding in jars, drawers, or old coffee cans for decades. Today we are uncovering the fascinating story of the 1969 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that millions of Americans once carried in their pockets, yet a small number of these coins have become highly sought-after treasures in the world of coin collecting. And here is the question that might change the way you look at every coin you own. What if the next valuable coin is already in your house right now? For decades, the 1-cent coin featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln has circulated through grocery stores, gas stations, and family piggy banks across the United States. Most people see a penny and think it is practically worthless. But collectors and professional dealers know something very different. Certain coins contain rare errors, special varieties, or historical quirks that transform them from everyday pocket change into highly valuable collectibles. The 1969 Lincoln penny is one of those coins that quietly holds the potential to surprise collectors and sellers alike. The story begins in the late 1960s at the famous Denver Mint, where millions of Lincoln cents were produced each year. The small D mint mark beneath the date tells us the coin was struck in Denver. At first glance, the 1969 penny looks ordinary. Copper color. Lincoln on the front. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But hidden among those millions of coins were a few pieces with fascinating minting errors that collectors now hunt aggressively. Here is where things become exciting. Some 1969 pennies were struck with subtle minting abnormalities such as double design elements, misaligned strikes, or unusual die characteristics. These mistakes happened during the production process when coin dies shifted, wore down, or received unexpected pressure during striking. At the time, mint workers were focused on producing massive quantities of coins quickly, not on identifying every tiny variation. And that is exactly why certain error coins escaped into circulation. Think about that for a moment. A coin that may have been used to buy a newspaper in 1970 could now sit in a collector's safe or auction catalog decades later. Does that make you curious about the coins in your own home? Have you ever checked the pennies sitting in your old jars? Could one of them hold a rare variety that collectors are searching for right now? The world of coin collecting has grown into a powerful marketplace driven by passion, rarity, and history. Auction houses across the United States frequently feature rare Lincoln cents that attract intense bidding from collectors and investors. Why? Because rare coins are not just metal. They are pieces of American history. They represent moments in time, craftsmanship, and scarcity. And when scarcity meets demand, value rises dramatically. Now imagine the perspective of a serious collector. They are constantly asking one important question. Where are the next undiscovered coins? Many collectors believe the answer is simple. They are still hiding in circulation, forgotten boxes, inherited collections, and pocket change across the country. That belief creates a sense of urgency and excitement in the marketplace. So let me ask you something directly. When was the last time you carefully looked at the date and mint mark on a penny? Did you know that collectors often examine coins under magnification to search for rare details? And here is a humorous thought that collectors love to share. People laugh at pennies until they discover one that pays for a vacation. That small moment of curiosity can become the beginning of a powerful opportunity. Because learning how to sell old rare coins in the United States is easier today than ever before. Professional coin dealers, major auction houses, and online marketplaces actively seek rare coins. But before selling anything, collectors always recommend one important step. Knowledge. Understanding how to identify valuable coins can transform an ordinary jar of change into a potential treasure hunt. Look closely at the date. Look for the D mint mark. Examine the lettering and numbers. Do they appear doubled or unusual? Is the strike perfectly centered or slightly misaligned? Even small details can matter enormously in the numismatic world. This brings us to another powerful question that many viewers ask. How do people actually make money from coins? The answer is surprisingly simple. Collectors buy coins that are rare, historically interesting, or in exceptional condition. Sellers who discover those coins can bring them to dealers or auctions where collectors compete to own them. Picture an auction room filled with passionate collectors studying rare Lincoln cents. Each bidder knows that certain coins rarely appear on the market. When one finally surfaces, excitement grows quickly. Bidding rises. The price climbs. And suddenly a coin that once lived quietly in someone's pocket becomes a centerpiece of a collector's prized collection. But there is also an emotional side to this story. Many valuable coins are discovered in family collections. Perhaps a grandfather saved coins in jars. Maybe a parent kept old change in drawers. Years later, someone finally examines those coins carefully and realizes something remarkable. Hidden inside ordinary change could be coins worth significant money. Does that possibility create a sense of curiosity for you? Have you ever inherited old coins or seen boxes of change in your home? Could those coins hold hidden value waiting to be discovered? Now let's talk about where to sell rare coins if you discover something special. Across the United States, professional coin dealers evaluate coins and offer market prices. Major auction houses specialize in rare coin sales where collectors compete globally. Certified grading services can also authenticate and grade coins, increasing their credibility and often their value in the marketplace. The key idea is this: rare coins are in constant demand. Collectors are always searching. Dealers are always buying. Auctions are always looking for the next exciting discovery to present to bidders, and here is the exciting reality that connects everything we discussed today. The 1969 D. Lincoln penny represents the perfect symbol of hidden opportunity. Millions were produced, yet a tiny fraction hold unusual features that collectors love. That simple fact keeps collectors searching and sellers curious. So the next time you see a penny, pause for a moment. Instead of ignoring it, ask yourself a powerful question. Could this coin be worth more than 1 cent? Could it be part of a rare variety that collectors are chasing? We're diving into a story that turns pocket change into gold, literally. Imagine holding a small, unassuming 1971 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that, to the untrained, looks like any other. But hidden in plain sight is a minting error that could make collectors chase it across the country, fighting to add it to their private collections. And the question you might be asking yourself is, could the coins in your change jar be worth thousands, or even more? How would it feel to discover that something you've overlooked for decades is now a prized treasure worth big money? Picture this: the United States in 1971. The world is changing fast, and amidst the cultural revolutions and the headlines, the US Mint was quietly producing coins that, due to a tiny mistake, would one day make history. The Lincoln penny, beloved for its simplicity and the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, was struck in San Francisco with an S mint mark. But some of these coins came out slightly off-center, with double dies or weak strikes, errors that today have collectors reaching into their wallets with an almost desperate fervor. Have you ever wondered why one small minting flaw can transform a humble penny into a fortune? It's not just the metal or the age, its scarcity, its history, it's that thrilling possibility that the next coin you pick up could be the one. Let's pause for a second. Imagine a 1971 S penny lying next to your morning coffee cup. You pick it up, roll it over, and there it is, a subtle doubling on Lincoln's cheek, a tiny shift in the letters, a mint mark that seems just a little off. At this moment, excitement and fear intertwine. Fear that someone else might snatch it first, and excitement that you could have just stumbled onto something priceless. How do you even begin to assess its value? How do you sell old, rare coins in the United States without getting lost in the maze of collectors, auctions, and coin shops? Have you ever imagined turning pocket change into millions? It's closer than you think. This is where the story intensifies. Act 2, the journey from curiosity to action. Most people toss their pennies without a second glance. But you, the savvy treasure seeker, will pause. You'll check, research, and discover that the 1971 S Lincoln penny with the mint error is highly sought after in the collector's market. These coins are rare, coveted, and have sold at auctions for prices that make jaws drop. How do people even find buyers willing to pay top dollar? How can you ensure you're not leaving money on the table when selling rare coins? These questions keep collectors awake at night, and now they can guide you to your fortune. You might be asking, is this really worth the effort? Let me tell you, the market for rare coins is hotter than ever. In auction shops, dealers are constantly seeking coins that stand out, coins with errors, coins with history. They understand that someone, somewhere, is willing to pay a premium for scarcity. That's where your 1971 S Lincoln penny could come into play. And here's the kicker: these coins aren't just sitting in museums or private collections, they're actively changing hands, creating million-dollar stories from the coins you might have forgotten in drawers. How do you even start the selling process? How do you make sure that your coin gets the attention it deserves? Are you ready to navigate the world where one small penny could unlock doors to wealth you've only dreamed about? Now, let's shake things up for a moment. Did you know that some collectors have been known to camp outside coin shows just to grab coins like these? Yes, they actually sleep in sleeping bags, clutching their checkbooks, hoping to spot that one coin that completes their collection. Humorous? Absolutely. But it's a reminder that in this world, opportunity rewards the bold. Could that coin in your drawer be worth more than your last paycheck? How would it feel to find out that it is? Act 3, the revelation and the action. The 1971 S Lincoln 1-cent penny error isn't just a collectible, it's a ticket to a story of wealth and prestige. Imagine walking into a reputable auction, the coin in a protective case, and hearing the gavel come down. The excitement in the room is palpable, the anticipation almost unbearable. People are bidding not just for metal, but for history, for scarcity, for the thrill of owning something truly unique. How do you ensure your coin reaches the right auction house? How do you price it correctly, or identify the exact type of error that collectors crave? These details matter because in this market, knowledge is power, and hesitation can cost thousands of dollars, or more. Here's the truth many overlook: selling rare coins in the US isn't about luck. It's about understanding value, connecting with the right buyers, and seizing the moment. From pocket changes to millions, the journey begins with awareness. Have you ever checked the coins you've collected over decades? Do you know which ones might contain the errors collectors are hunting for? How do you sell coins in a way that maximizes their worth, rather than accepting the first offer you get? The excitement, the fear, the urgency, it all culminates here. Every coin has a story. Every story has a price. And some coins, like the 1971 Lincoln penny error, have a price that can change your life. So, what's next for you? Take a closer look at your change. Dig through drawers, jars, old collections. Look for coins with unusual marks, double dies, or misplaced mint marks. Research, learn, and connect with trusted coin dealers or auction houses. Because the market isn't slowing down. In fact, it's more competitive than ever. The demand for rare coins is soaring, collectors are willing to pay maximum dollar, and the thrill of discovering a hidden treasure is unmatched. How do you ensure your coin gets into the right hands? How do you turn a simple penny into a story worth millions? These are the questions that separate the dreamers from the doers, the passive collectors from those who act decisively. As we wrap up this journey, remember this: the 1971 Lincoln penny error is more than a coin, it's an opportunity, a thrill, a chance to take ordinary change and elevate it to extraordinary value. From that first spark of curiosity, to the research, to the auction room where the gavel falls, every step matters. Ask yourself, have you explored your collection fully? Have you considered the hidden potential in your coins? The excitement, the fear, the urgency, they're all part of the path to wealth and discovery. Don't let opportunity slip through your fingers. That ordinary coin in your pocket, your change jar, or your desk drawer could be your golden ticket. And when it finally reaches the right collector, the right auction, the right moment, the reward is immense. So, what are you waiting for? Could today be the day you uncover a 1971 Lincoln penny that transforms your life? How will you take that first step? How will you navigate the world of selling old and rare coins in the USA and ensure you capture their maximum value in auction shops? Remember, the treasure is out there, and the time to act is now. From pocket changes to millions, your journey starts with awareness, curiosity, and bold action. And that small penny, once overlooked, could soon be a story of wealth, excitement, and the thrill of owning a piece of history. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that the average person passes by without a second thought, a small, unassuming penny that could quietly be worth more than most people earn in a year. Now, picture that this very penny, minted in 1978 without a mint mark, has become one of the most sought-after treasures for collectors and investors alike. Welcome to the world of rare coins, where a simple Lincoln 1-cent penny can open the door to unimaginable wealth. It starts with a story. In 1978, the United States Mint produced millions of pennies, most destined to quietly circulate in pockets and cash registers across the nation. Yet, among these ordinary coins, a small number were minted without the usual identifying mark, a mint mark indicating where they were produced. This tiny anomaly, invisible to the casual observer, instantly transformed an everyday penny into a collectible gem. And this is where your curiosity should spike. How does a coin go from pocket change to a treasure worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars? How can a coin you might have forgotten in your dresser today make you wealthy tomorrow? Think about it. If you found a 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in a drawer, would you recognize its value? Most people wouldn't. They'd see just another copper disc, ignoring the potential goldmine resting in their hands. But savvy collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts are willing to pay top dollar for these rare finds. Why? Because scarcity drives desire. A coin without a mint mark from 1978 is extremely rare, and rarity equals value in the numismatic world. There is excitement in knowing that what appears ordinary to one person can be extraordinary to another. Can you feel your pulse quicken a bit just thinking about holding a piece of history that could be worth a fortune? That's the thrill of rare coins, the allure of wealth hidden in plain sight. Now, here's the thing about coins: the market is hungry. The demand for 1978 no-mint mark pennies is intense. Collectors scour auctions, flea markets, and even pocket change to find this elusive piece. And every day that passes, the opportunity grows smaller. Imagine the regret of passing by a coin worth thousands because you didn't recognize its value. Fear is a powerful motivator. fear of missing out on a chance to transform your financial future. But excitement, my friends, is even more persuasive. Picture attending an auction and watching your rare penny sell for a jaw-dropping amount, all because you knew what to look for, all because you took action when most people hesitated. Can you feel the rush? That's not luck. That's knowledge turned into wealth. Before we go further, let's pause for a moment. Did you ever wonder why pennies, of all coins, can reach such astronomical values? Isn't a penny just 1 cent? Well, humor me for a second. If a single cent could make someone richer than their wildest dreams, would you still underestimate it? The truth is, the value isn't in the metal. It's in history, scarcity, and the story behind each coin. And the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny carries a story that collectors are willing to invest heavily in. So, how do you know if your penny is one of these rare treasures? First, examine the coin closely. A penny without a mint mark from 1978 is missing the small d or s that indicates Denver or San Francisco. If it's missing, congratulations, you could be holding a rare coin that could fetch big money. But here's where it gets thrilling: condition matters. Coins that are crisp, uncirculated, or minimally worn sell for top prices. Those with scratches or tarnish are still valuable, but not as lucrative. Every tiny detail can make the difference between a few $100s and tens of thousands. Ask yourself, what's in your pocket, your coin jar, or your childhood collection? Could one of those pennies be a ticket to unimaginable wealth? And let's talk about selling. How do you turn this rare coin into actual money? Many wonder, how to sell old rare coins. How do you know if you're getting a fair price? The key is research and trusted channels. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and reputable coin dealers are all viable avenues. The question isn't just about selling, it's about maximizing value. Imagine taking your 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny to a top auction and watching it sell to the highest bidder, potentially for tens of thousands of dollars. That's the difference between holding a coin and turning it into life-changing wealth. Have you ever considered that your old coin collection might already be a secret investment portfolio waiting to pay off? Here's a pattern interrupt for you. Did you know some collectors have paid more for a single penny than many people earn in a year? Yes, it sounds absurd, but that's the reality of the rare coin market. That's why it's crucial to act now. The longer you wait, the more competition grows, and the harder it becomes to capitalize on these opportunities. Fear of missing out isn't just a cliché, it's a reality in the world of rare coins. Every day, pennies like the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln are bought, sold, and traded. The question is, will your coin be among them, or will you leave a fortune on the table? Let's connect this to a bigger picture. From pocket change to millions, rare coins are a bridge between ordinary life and extraordinary wealth. They're a reminder that opportunity often hides in the most unexpected places. One small coin, overlooked for decades, can suddenly transform your financial reality. And if you're watching this video, chances are you're someone who doesn't just dream, you take action. You want to understand the market, learn the secrets, and seize the chance. How to make money from coins isn't a secret, it's a strategy. It's about spotting rarity, understanding demand, and knowing when and where to sell. Can you feel the excitement building, the sense of urgency that could change your life? Now, imagine the moment of decision. You've identified a rare 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in your collection. You know its rarity. You've researched the market. The questions swirl: how do I sell it? How do I ensure I get maximum value? Should I go to an auction or a private dealer? Each choice carries potential, and each decision could lead to a payday you never imagined. Here's the truth: in the rare coin world, hesitation can be costly. But informed action turns uncertainty into opportunity. And that opportunity, my friends, can be worth maximum dollars. By now, you may be asking yourself, is it really that valuable? Could this penny really be worth so much? The answer is a resounding yes. The 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is in high demand, highly collectible, and historically significant. Its market value is at the peak, attracting both seasoned investors and eager collectors. That single, tiny coin has the power to command a price most would consider impossible, transforming something ordinary into a story of wealth, strategy, and timing. So, here's the final thought to carry with you: don't overlook what's in your possession. Don't dismiss the coins in your change jar, the pennies from your childhood, or the collections gathering dust. Each one could be the key to unlocking a fortune. Take the time to research, to examine, and to understand the market. Ask questions: how do I sell old and rare coins in the USA? What's their value in an auction shop? How do I turn a small coin into maximum dollars? The answers are out there, waiting for those willing to act, and when you do take action, when you bring your rare 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny to the right audience, the reward can be extraordinary. You could turn a small piece of history into life-changing wealth. It's more than a coin, it's a gateway to financial opportunity, a testament to the power of knowledge, and a reminder that sometimes, the biggest treasures are hidden in plain sight. So, what will you do with your pennies? Will you let them sit unnoticed, or will you transform them into a story of success, excitement, and maximum dollars? The choice, and the opportunity, is yours. Imagine reaching into your pocket one morning and pulling out a coin that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, but a 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, one of the rarest modern penny errors ever discovered. Could this small copper disc really be the key to unlocking a fortune you never thought possible? How many of us have casually overlooked pennies in our change, completely unaware that they could be hiding treasures worth tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins, exploring the 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny error, its astonishing market value, and how everyday Americans are turning pocket change into serious wealth. The story begins with the ordinary, the mundane. Most of us see pennies as trivial, nearly worthless. They jingle in our pockets, accumulate in jars, and rarely get a second thought. But for collectors, investors, and those who know the secret world of numismatics, even a single penny can hold unimaginable value. The 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's a phenomenon. A rare minting error created under unusual circumstances. It's the type of find that sends collectors into a frenzy and auction houses into bidding wars. Can you imagine a coin so small and seemingly insignificant commanding prices that rival classic cars, fine art, and real estate investments? It's thrilling, almost unreal, and yet entirely possible. You might be wondering, what exactly makes this coin so valuable? Why would anyone pay top dollar for a penny that's only 35 years old? The answer lies in rarity and perfection. The 1988 no-mint Mark penny error is a true anomaly. Coins produced without the usual mint designation are extraordinarily scarce. Every collector knows scarcity equals value. Add the perfect condition of some surviving coins, and suddenly, what once seemed ordinary becomes extraordinary. Just picture walking into an auction and seeing this tiny coin set with a starting bid that could easily fund your next vacation, or even your next decade of dreams. How many people do you think have this coin in their pocket right now? The odds are staggeringly low, which is exactly what drives its value higher and higher every year. But here's a thought: have you ever wondered how you could sell such a rare coin? How does one go from finding a penny in the couch cushions to negotiating its sale for maximum dollars in the United States? That question alone excites both fear and hope. Fear, because you might not know if you're dealing with a real treasure or a counterfeit. Hope, because if you navigate the market correctly, your small discovery could fund a lifestyle you've only dreamed of. Selling rare coins isn't about luck, it's about knowledge, timing, and knowing the right channels. Whether it's through reputable auction houses, specialty coin shops, or private collectors, the potential is enormous. Could you imagine watching the price soar in real time as bidders compete for something that cost a penny to make? It's the stuff of legends, and it's happening every day for those who know how to act. Now, let's take a step back and explore how these coins even come to exist. Minting errors, like the missing mint mark on this 1988 Lincoln penny, are usually the result of accidental omissions during production. Tiny mistakes, often overlooked by workers, can create coins so rare that collectors pay astronomical amounts for them decades later. It's almost poetic: a minor error, a momentary lapse in a factory, transforms an ordinary object into a priceless artifact. Does it make you wonder how many other, ordinary, coins in circulation could secretly be treasures? How many pennies in your wallet or jar could be hiding rare errors? The excitement is palpable, and the thrill of discovery is unlike anything else. You might laugh, but think about this: your grandmother's old coin jar, the coins you've been ignoring in your car's cup holder, even the pennies in your wallet today, could be your ticket to extraordinary wealth. Could one of them be a 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? How would your life change if it were? Selling old and rare coins in the USA is easier than many imagine, yet it requires the right approach. Auctions are one of the most powerful ways to maximize value. Major auction houses carefully authenticate coins, attract serious bidders, and often push prices to unbelievable highs. Some collectors even travel across the country to bid on these tiny treasures. How much would it thrill you to know that your penny could end up in a private collection worth millions? But the journey isn't just about money. It's about discovery, excitement, and taking control of your financial future. How do you start turning coins into serious income? First, educate yourself. Learn about minting errors, grading conditions, and current market trends. Second, get your coins professionally appraised. Third, choose the best-selling platform, whether a local coin shop, an online auction, or a major numismatic event. The opportunities are endless. How amazing would it feel to go from casually collecting change to participating in high-stakes coin auctions? From pocket change to a potential fortune, every step is a chance to redefine your financial destiny. Let's talk about urgency. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, with demand outpacing supply. The 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is in high demand among collectors who understand its rarity and significance. Prices continue to climb as more people realize just how special this coin is. Could it be that the coin you overlook today becomes the one everyone is scrambling to buy tomorrow? That's the edge you want, the excitement of owning something unique and the urgency to act before it slips away. The moment you find the coin, the clock starts ticking on your opportunity. Will you let it sit unnoticed, or will you take the steps to convert it into real wealth? And yes, let's inject a little humor. Imagine telling your friends that a coin from 1988 is now worth more than their car. What, this little penny? They'll ask. Yes, you reply, with a wink, the same penny you ignored in the couch cushions for 35 years. Humor aside, the reality is undeniable: rare coins like this have life-changing potential. How thrilling would it be to hold it in your hand, knowing you've got something others would pay top dollar to own? By now, the picture is clear: the 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, a testament to the value of curiosity, and a gateway to financial empowerment. From learning how to identify rare coins, to understanding auction dynamics, to ultimately selling your find for maximum value, every step is part of a journey that can transform lives. How many people will ever get this chance? Very few. How many seize it? Fewer still. And that is why the potential rewards are so extraordinary. So, as you sit back and reflect on your own collection, or that jar of pennies in the kitchen, ask yourself, could one of these be worth tens of thousands? How would it feel to cash in on a coin so rare that collectors fight over it at auctions? How could this small copper disc change your life forever? The world of rare coins is not just a hobby, it's a pathway to wealth, recognition, and the thrill of discovery. Today, the 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny stands at the pinnacle of modern rare coin value, commanding maximum dollars for those smart and savvy enough to recognize it. In the end, the lesson is simple: never underestimate the power of small things. Your pocket change could hold the key to a fortune. Your curiosity, your research, your willingness to act could convert pennies into millions. The 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is proof that extraordinary wealth often hides in the most ordinary places. So, go ahead, check your change, inspect your jars, and embrace the excitement. How many coins in your collection are waiting for their moment to shine? How many opportunities have you overlooked, and how many could you seize today? The market is ready, the collectors are waiting, and the value of this penny is at its peak: maximum dollars, maximum potential, and maximum excitement. We're diving into a coin that seems ordinary at first glance, the 2060 Lincoln 1-cent penny, but one that has quietly captured the attention of collectors and investors across the United States. What makes this penny special? And could it be sitting in your pocket or your old coin jar right now? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may never look at a simple penny the same way again. Imagine this: you're sorting through your change at the kitchen table, maybe even laughing at the thought of finding something valuable in the pocket change of a recent trip. But suddenly, your eyes catch a detail that stops you cold. That's what happens when collectors spot a mint error in a coin, a detail so small, yet so powerful, that it turns an ordinary penny into a highly coveted treasure. The 2060 Lincoln 1-cent penny with a mint error is exactly that kind of find. But what kind of mint error are we talking about? And more importantly, how much could it be worth today if you sold it to the right buyer? Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln penny is familiar to every American. Its history stretches back over a century, and its design is one we all know: President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But in 2006, the Denver Mint produced a series of pennies that contain errors so rare, they've sparked excitement among numismatists and investors alike. Some of these pennies show double dies, missing elements, or off-center strikes, errors that should never have left the mint but did. And that, my friends, is where opportunity meets fortune. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, how many pennies do you have sitting unnoticed in jars, drawers, or your car? Could one of those pennies be a key to unlocking unexpected wealth? It sounds like a fairy tale, but in reality, collectors pay extraordinary amounts for these coins. The 2060 Lincoln 1-cent penny error isn't just another coin to trade, it's a sought-after artifact in the world of rare coins, where scarcity equals value and demand is at an all-time high. Now, you might be wondering, how does one even begin to sell an old, rare coin? How do you ensure you get the maximum dollar for something as small as a penny? The answer is to approach it with both strategy and knowledge. Coins like these are not sold in the grocery store checkout line. They are sold in auctions, specialized coin shops, and through verified collectors who understand their worth. And here's the kicker: a coin that might look like spare change to you could fetch thousands if you know where and how to sell it. Have you ever thought about taking your coins to an auction house? Or consulting with a certified coin dealer who can evaluate its rarity? The process is exciting, and the potential reward is immense. Let's step into the thrill for a moment. Imagine receiving a call or email from a collector who is ready to pay top dollar for your coin. That anticipation, that rush of possibility, this is the kind of excitement that drives collectors and sellers alike. The 2060 Lincoln 1-cent penny error has been known to attract bids that seem unbelievable for a coin we toss every day. But in the world of rare coins, the unusual is extraordinary, and the ordinary becomes a treasure. You might be asking yourself, what makes this coin so special compared to other Lincoln pennies? It's the rarity, the specific minting errors, and the demand from collectors who know that each error is a one-of-a-kind opportunity. In the past, pennies with similar errors have sold for prices that can transform a coin jar into a life-changing sum of money. And that's not just hypothetical, it's happening right now in the auction world across the United States. But here's a little twist: what if you already own one of these pennies and don't even realize it? You've walked past potential fortune hundreds of times. That missing die strike, that slight doubling of Lincoln's face, the faint imperfection at the edge, these are all markers collectors look for. And when they find them, the bidding starts, and the price can climb to dizzying heights. You might be thinking, could it really be that easy to make money from coins? The answer is yes, if you know what to look for and how to sell smartly. And now, let's address the urgency. The demand for these rare pennies is growing every year. Collectors are not waiting, they are searching, bidding, and securing pieces of history before someone else does. Every day you hold on to an undiscovered coin could mean missing out on the highest bids. That's why experts advise getting your coins appraised by professionals, checking for mint errors, and understanding the current market value. How do you know what your coin is worth? How do you sell it for the maximum dollar without falling into scams or undervaluing it? These questions aren't just important, they are essential for anyone looking to turn spare change into significant wealth. Now, here's a fun reality check. Did you ever think that your humble coin jar could hold a treasure worth more than a car? More than a down payment on a home? Coins like the 2006 D Lincoln 1-cent penny error are proof that fortune hides in plain sight. And sometimes, it takes just a moment of curiosity to uncover it. You might even smile at the thought, all this time, I've been carrying around a small fortune in my pocket. So, how do you connect all the dots? First, inspect your coins carefully. Look for unusual markings, off-center strikes, or doubling on Lincoln's portrait. Next, consult a reputable coin dealer or auction house to verify authenticity. Then, consider your selling options, private collectors, online auctions, or coin shops. And finally, embrace the excitement and urgency of the market. Remember, every coin has a story, and every story has a value. Your 2006 D Lincoln 1-cent penny error could be a piece of history that someone is willing to pay top dollar for today. In the end, it's not just about the coin, it's about the opportunity it represents. From pocket change to millions, from overlooked pennies to prized collectibles, the path is clear for those who act. So ask yourself again, how many coins have you ignored that could be the key to your next big financial breakthrough? How will you turn knowledge into action, curiosity into wealth, and spare change into a life-changing sum? The market is alive, the demand is high, and the time to act is now. Every 2006 D Lincoln 1-cent penny error has a story, a value, and a chance to make someone's collection, and someone's life, extraordinary. Are you ready to take a closer look at your coins, discover hidden treasures, and claim the maximum dollar for what could be your next big windfall?